Hey everyone, my name is Tim Springelmeyer. Here we are at my rock store, Rhett's Rocks, Minerals and Metalworks. So I'm using an iPhone here, so I had to manually flip this camera around, but let's get at it. So here we have the front of the store. We have artwork here, because artwork is what got me into the rock and mineral game. Have a really cool sign. My best friend Jason Scott made that for me. So let's dip in the store. We're at 1060 Central Avenue here in Dubuque, Iowa. So we got a plethora of rocks, minerals. We do have artwork. I make these little motorcycles and these bicycles. That's one of the first items that I started making probably like 17, 18 years ago. So I'm just gonna kind of sweep through the store to give you a feel for what we got here. There sure is a lot to see in this store. Here's some tables that I am very proud of. This is a pair of tables that I call Fire Kissed and Lit Up. So those both have amethyst tops, and then fluorite, which is backlit. Totally customizable, so you could switch out the rocks, and as well, the tops are just sitting there currently on rubber pads. They could be permanently mounted with silicone if someone wanted, and we do have a lot of options. But I used a torch to get the blues and purples, and if you look close, it goes all the way up the shaft on there. So I'm pretty happy with those. Here is the alien baby cradle. I made that thing way back in 2015. So a really juicy amethyst with some druzy, some calcite, and pockets of druzy in there. Let's see if I can sneak that camera in there. So really a cool piece. And I was really trying to have something unique. I think I pulled the unique factor off. And then I'm very proud and excited to have artwork by Z Hag out of Tucson, Arizona. Z and his family, they're a world famous mineral mining and collecting family. And he is a world famous artist. And here is a brief synopsis of the piece, the jellyfish here. And then if you want to pause that and read Z's artist statement. Very cool, we have that, and I'm going to jump over here quick to show you another piece I have. This is the Spiral of Life. So there's the info tag for the Spiral of Life. And then here's a little synopsis of the gemscapes, which is what Z calls his artwork, his technique. And so we'll come back over here. We have this amazing tree, the Trinity tree. This is made by Francis Elder. And there is 80 some high quality Arkansas quartz crystals in here, including this twin at the top. And then there's 80 some pieces of this dichroic glass. This stuff is really cool. It's a different color from every different direction that you look at it. So this place is just jam-packed. We got our little prospector up there, Hillbilly Jim, keeping an eye on the place. So I'm just gonna kind of sweep through the store. There is so much to see here. We got a clearance section, because I love clearance, and of course my store would have to have that. So just kind of do a sweep. It's kind of hard to see things up on that upper shelf. I think I need to rework how I have that displayed, because that stuff isn't getting displayed as good as it could be. Got some real juicy stuff in here. So this is my favorite locality. The Erongo Mountains of Namibia is what most of the stuff on that second shelf are. Some very nice sterling silver pendants. This is my favorite one of those. So I love how they have an open back. I sold a bunch of pendants that were sitting right there. We got a big empty spot. Gonna have to fill that and an empty spot on the top there. These are some of my favorite Shangan amethyst. They're Chibuku mine from the Shangan people of Zimbabwe. And then this is a really, really juicy. I need to get a flashlight. Let me do that. This really pops if you get some light in there. See how there's blue behind that crystal? And then I'm going to show you another one I got here. Show them all. That's a real juicy one. Got lots of cool specimens everywhere you look. Look at this. Amethyst also has the blue crystals. The blue behind the crystals, blue agate. And speaking of agate, we have this real funky stalactite piece from Uruguay with cokeite inclusions. Oops. And then this, you can backlight behind it. So I will get better with my camera work. I am new to YouTube. Another cool stalactite amethyst piece. So, and then we got a giant twin flame smoky. Some absolutely superb quartz. So that's pretty much all Colombian quartz on the top shelf. And here we have Arkansas iridescent quartz, and I will show you more of that in other videos. Colombian blue smoke down on the bottom there. So we have a variety of minerals here in our middle island. And like I said, we're here in Dubuque, Iowa. So this whole shelf is Iowa minerals. This piece here is from Oskaloosa, an iridescent calcite. And other than that, everything else here is from the Linwood mine in Scott County, Iowa, in a little town called Buffalo. So we do a crystal of the week every week. In our current week, it is fire agate, which if you don't know what fire agate is, check it out. It is cool stuff. It takes human intervention to carve into the bubbly, I believe it's formed with like magma flows bubbling up. So these pieces are cool. These are from Deer Creek, Arizona, and they go in there and kind of create a window where you can see what's going on, but you can also see the raw exterior. And our crystal of the week is 10% off. And so if you want to check out our website, this is another Deer Creek piece. I am working on the website, so if there's something you like, get a hold of me. And we are set up for e-commerce. I just don't have everything listed yet. And I guess I kind of skipped over these cabinets. But this video is becoming a little bit longer than I thought it might. But I want you to see everything we have. So here's more of that Colombian quartz, Gobi agates, labradorite. We got all kinds of stuff here. And then cave calcite, aragonite, Chinese fluorite. I want to zoom in on this QR code fluorite. Super cool stuff. More Chinese fluorite, the blueberry fluorite from Inner Mongolia, and then quartz and quartz combos. So plenty to see here. Iowa geodes. All right, thanks for watching, folks. Have a great day.